Hello and welcome to France 24's weekly music show. My guest this week is Lubiana. Hailing from Belgium and Cameroon, this kora-playing singer-songwriter has just released her first album mixing upbeat pop and afro tunes. It's called Beloved, and thank you so much for being with us on set to talk more about it. It's really a breath of fresh air, this album that you've released. It's really good for these uncertain times we're living in, I must admit. We just heard that track there. It's called Feeling Low, which is a very upbeat song and a message of hope for when you've got the blues. Would you say that that's kind of the general idea of your album, is a message of hope, a message of love?
A message of love, definitely. As I like to say, I do believe that love is the most important thing in life. And the whole album is about that. It's about giving love, sharing love, and also loving yourself.
Well, it's a message that certainly comes across in all your songs. You play the kora, which is a beautiful instrument.
Yes.
It's an ancestral instrument hailing from West Africa, traditionally played exclusively by men. People called les griots, if I understand correctly, sorcerers and storytellers. What drew you to this instrument?
Well, the kora is such a beautiful and strong instrument because it represents a whole culture. But actually, I've never heard about this instrument before. It just appeared to me in a dream I had, and I just had those visions, and I could see myself playing this strange harp, and I felt so whole, so filled. And then a month later, I went to Spain with my mom, and I heard the sound of this instrument in the street of Mallorca, and I just knew it felt like, yeah, I've met the love of my life. And then I discovered that this instrument is called a kora.
And as a woman playing the kora, does that ever raise eyebrows?
Well, yeah, because there's not a lot of women playing the kora, but there's this amazing kora player whose name is Toumani Diabaté, and he told me that if the kora appeared to me in a dream, it means that she chose me because the kora appeared in dream. So since that day, I've just had blessings and blessings with this instrument.
Well, we're going to listen to a little bit of your kora playing on another track on your album. It's called Mami Nyanga. Take a listen.
Mami Nyanga got nothing on me. I'm all you need. I'm all you see. Mami Nyanga got nothing on me. Nothing on me. Nothing on me. Mami Nyanga, I'm here to stay. You made my world light up. Nothing ever came so easily. Boy, I know that it's love and right, but it's feeling we just can't fake it. Take my hand, hold me tight. I'm burning up for you. Got a fire inside. Can't turn on without you by my side.
That was Mami Nyanga of Lubiana's debut album, Beloved. Tell us a little bit more about the inspiration behind that song. If I understand correctly, it's an expression, a pet name that your dad used to call you when you were a kid.
Yeah, it's an African, more Cameroonian expression. And, you call somebody Mami Nyanga when they pay a lot of attention on the external look, the way they appear to people. And this song and the lyrics, it's about loving yourself and knowing that you are enough. You don't need to change anything. It's about love.
And so your dad is from Cameroon, your mom is from Belgium.
Yes.
You said that for a while you kind of rejected your biculturality, your biracialness. What led you to kind of reconnect and embrace that side of you?
I guess in this journey of, finding myself, my sound, my identity as a human being and also loving myself, I always struggled, with the fact that I was from different cultures. And then when I discovered the kora, when I discovered that this instrument is from West Africa, it also drew me to my own roots. And I felt the need to go back to Cameroon after 10 years. And when I went there, and I just loved everything about it, and I realized how beautiful actually it is, the fact that I'm mixed and coming from different cultures, and now I embrace it. I think this is something that made me stronger.
And so both of your parents are Francophone.
Yeah.
You grew up in Belgium, which is a partially Francophone country, and yet you choose to sing in English. What does that inspire in you?
I feel like in life I never really choose things. I always go for my guts, for my feelings. And I studied in the Dutch part of Belgium, so it was more English environment. Then I lived in Los Angeles for quite some time, then in London. So I feel like English is the most easy way for me to express myself when I sing, when I write songs. And also the kora, it's just a blend of energy, and I think that it's important to just let it go through, you know?
And you have a very wise outlook on life for someone from such a young age. This idea of love and that being the most important thing. Where do you think that comes from?
I guess I've always had a spiritual family, and also, you know, learning from every experience and growing from them. So I guess it's just life, you know, that drew me to all these different experiences and being thankful. I think I live in a way, you know, being surrounded by beautiful things, and that's the reason why I'm really grateful.
It's a very inspiring way of looking at things. We're going to move on to a little bit of other music news that's making headlines. In February 2021, Eric Clapton's live shows at the Royal Albert Hall were canceled due to the global pandemic. But he was determined to play, and so he brought his band together in the English countryside. And in the absence of a live audience, he decided to record the performances, which are being released as a new album. It's called The Lady in the Balcony Lockdown Sessions. It's the latest in his crusade against the lockdown and the vaccine. Let's take a listen to a track off the album. It's called Black Magic Woman.
Don't turn your back on me, baby. Don't turn your back on me, baby. Don't turn your back on me, baby. Fooling around with your dream. You're a black magic woman. Might wake up my magic stick.
That's part of Eric Clapton's live album that he recorded during the pandemic. Now, talking about opening up cautiously in the wake of the pandemic, very, very cautiously. You're starting to do live performances again. You're going to be here in Paris at the Café de la Danse on February 9th. What did you miss the most about performing live during this uncertain time?
I guess the energy of being all together and sharing a unique moment, you know, and just the energy of the live and meeting people, you know, just being there all together, living something that is only there for a moment in time.
Talking about energy and meeting something for the first person in time, we're going to look at a new album coming out from Juliette Armanet. It's a hotly anticipated album, her sophomore album. It's called Brûler le Feu, Burning Fire. So her debut album, Petite Amie, went double platinum with over 200,000 albums sold. So all eyes are on what's coming out next. The single so far is bound to get you on the dance floor. It's called Le Dernier Jour du Disco, the last day of the disco.
C'est la fin, les statues des rangs coulant leur chagrin. Ne me lâche pas la main. C'est la fin, les rivières du destin s'affolent comme du satin. Ne te lâche pas, je te tiens. Le dernier jour du disco, je veux le passer sur ta peau.
So that was Le Dernier Jour du Disco de Juliette Armanet. I think you are a bit of a fan of hers. What other modern artists inspire you these days?
I really love the young generation, Eddie De Pretto, Clara Luciani, Isolde. Those are beautiful artists that also bring a new sound, so it's really refreshing.
Good to draw inspiration from other people as well. Of
course.
Perhaps we'll get a little bit of inspiration from this Cuban singer-songwriter. His name is Eric Iglesias Rodriguez. He performs as Cima Funk. He's hailed as one of the most exciting new faces in Latin music, and he just released a new album. It's called El Alimento, a wildly danceable collection of songs that seeped in both Afro-Cuban rhythms and the classic American funk. We're going to leave you with a track off that album. It's called Caramelo. But before we go, I want to thank my guest, Lubiana. Thank you so much for being with us today. Be sure to check out her album, Beloved. It's a breath of fresh air, really good vibes for these times. For more arts and culture news, head to our website and stay in touch on social media. And stay tuned to France 24. More news is coming up right after this.
Desde temprano, like